Be live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our inaugural voyage of the product showcase. Steve Dotto here. How the heck you doing this fine day? I'm just going to wait on my audit computer here and make sure the feed is coming through okay. Looks like we are. There it is. How about that? Hey, everybody, welcome. I'm excited to announce and to kind of get started on this new venture that we're doing here on Dotto Tech. For those of you who are new to it or wondering what we're going to be doing today we're just going to be kind of filling you in on this new weekly live show which we are planning on doing. Which we have scheduled. We do a lot of webinars here on Dotto Tech. Of course, I do a lot of how-to videos, but we don't do an awful lot of product promotion, like serious product promotion. The product showcase is going to be a product that we actually introduce and present products that we think you might be interested in purchasing. So it's much more of a commercial play than the rest of our content. Most of our content is very training focused. Certainly all of our videos, our weekly webinars, Webinar Wednesday is very, very training focused. But this product showcase is going to be a lot more sales focused, so a little bit of different energy. But the title of it says it all. This is the key to the product showcase. It's discover great products and meet the people behind them. And I'm going to elaborate on that in a few minutes. But the key is meeting the people behind them, because what the product showcase is going to do is it's going to give us an opportunity for you folks to meet the people who create the different products that you may consider using and leveraging into your business. So that's the whole idea behind it. All right, so I just wanted to kind of get that out there. We'll return to that. I want to make sure that I'm saying hi to everybody. How many people do we have in the room now? We've got 60 people watching. That's super. Use the chat. I'm using, just to give you guys an idea of my technical setup today. Let me know if you're getting everything clean. But I'm using Ecamm Live on a Mac. I'm presenting Ecamm Live, which then gateways through into YouTube Live. We don't have a guest this week, and I don't have a pre-recorded video this week. It's just going to be me and you having a chat, just talking, kind of letting you folks know about this so you can start to plan for it, and also getting some feedback of what you think about the idea and what you might like to see in the product showcase coming up. And I'll give you some details. I will announce our first. What do I got? Well, our first 6 weeks are already booked. We've done the interviews for a number of them already for the pre-recorded video portions. So I'll fill you in on what the format is so that you can know what you're going to be getting into if you sign up and you take your time to join us for the live stream here on a weekly basis. So I see a bunch of you in the room now saying hi. Hello, Gavin, and hello, Ice Caper. Sorry if I squint. Oh, hello, Hakan. And Dr. Todd, how the heck are you doing? It's nice to see you. And Bob from Winnipeg, Manitoba, how are you all doing? We're up to 77 people. This is terrific. So let me fill you guys in on the product showcase and what we're doing. This is, I have been looking for a regular live streaming product that I can get into the live streaming world that fits my brand, that fits the messaging that I am trying to get out, and also serves our community. I didn't want it to just be me getting up here doing a weekly Ask Me Anything or something like that in order to be part of the live streaming world. I love the idea of live streaming, but we had to have a real reason to start to deliver a live stream. So we considered a bunch of things here at Dotto Tech. I'm doing a weekly podcast, Gray Matters, which we do a podcast talking to baby boomers about building an online business and building an online life. I thought maybe we would record that live, but I didn't like I didn't like the fit for that. It just didn't work for me. And then I don't know why it hit me at this point, but I was at Social Media Marketing World last year, and I was walking around the trade show where all of the different companies were presenting their products to the attendees of Social Media Marketing World. And there was a terrific energy on the floor at Social Media Marketing World. And even though all of these companies were down there to sell their products to the consumers, to the people that were attending Social Media Marketing World, it felt collaborative rather than salesy. And I loved that idea. Those of you who follow me know that I'm very reluctant to be overly promotional and overly pushy and use a lot of the different mechanisms for being very salesy. It's not me, it's not the way that I'm comfortable doing things. But here I saw brands that I liked building relationships with people. And here's the thought that struck me. People want to do business with people. I know that's not an epiphany. It's not original Dotto. A million people have said it. But people do want to do business with people. And I think we are increasingly getting away from having a relationship with the people in the companies, with the SaaS companies, with the online companies that we're dealing with. We're increasingly getting away from doing business with them because of this passion we have for bots and for automation and for efficiencies. And the less that we can talk to each other, as far as the more money I can make from you by talking to you less, the happier I am. And while I recognize that there's an economic principle at play here, I think we lose something, and there's a trust factor, and there's also a relationship factor that we completely lose when we start to do that. So here we were at walking around the floor, seeing people talking to other people, having the companies engaging with their customers, listening to what they were interested in, giving them feedback, answering their questions, creatively approaching the challenges that they have with their products when there was a good fit. And I recognized that the relationships that they were building, people who were signing up and joining with these companies at this point, were probably going to be pretty much lifelong customers because they knew somebody there, they had a relationship, they had a place to turn when they faced challenges or new opportunities or confusion. So these relationships just looked to me, there was something that felt right. It felt good. And as I was flying home, I thought, I would love to engender that type of relationship with brands, with companies, and with my community, because that then creates a revenue opportunity for me. How can I do that? And it struck me that a live stream would be a perfect place for it. If I could, all of the experience we have doing weekly webinars. Now, I know a lot of you join us weekly for Webinar Wednesday, where we do educational webinars and we teach, but we've also developed a really good format for delivering these webinars, a hybrid webinar format, where I come in live, I talk to you, I warm up the audience, we have a little bit of kibitzing to get everybody settled, and then I teach you something, but I've pre-recorded that section where I teach you. And the reason I pre-recorded is so that I can increase the information density, I can make it compressed, I can make sure that it delivers really effectively over the technology. And while it's going on, I go into chat and we answer a bunch of questions in chat and answer the low-hanging fruit questions. And then we come back for Q&A at the end. And that format resonates. It works. It is a rock-solid, proven format. We've done over 100 of these Webinar Wednesdays now. We did our 101st this week. So I thought, could we take this same format? But Webinar Wednesday is not a business play for me, although we do encourage people who participate in Webinar Wednesday to sign up as a patron and support us on Patreon, so that we do have a revenue model, but it's a very soft sell. Most of Webinar Wednesday is all just me teaching and building the community and building our authority within the community, and it's very much the giving side as far as presenting to our community. There's not too many revenue opportunities, and our community doesn't expect it there. They don't expect to be sold to in Webinar Wednesday. It's almost an unwritten agreement, an unwritten contract between us. But I do want to sell, and I do want to make more money, and I recognize that people respect our position and our credibility. So I thought, if we do the live stream, if we do a weekly live stream, which right up front we say, this is going to be a commercial play. At the end of this, you're going to be given an offer for a discount or a special bonus or something like this. And I'm going to bring the companies on with the expectation that we're going to be bringing and putting customers together with you. But we're not just going to try and get customers to sign up because it's a good discount, or, we're not going to overhype it. What we're going to do is we're going to follow that title. It's a product showcase. Discover great products. So first of all, it has to be a product that I like, that I see value in. Discover great products and meet the people behind them. if I can introduce you to the founders, to the support people, to the team that creates and delivers the product, and you can have real conversations with them in chat while we're going on, while we're live. If we take the same format that we have in Webinar Wednesday, where we pre-record an interview and a demonstration so you see the value of the tool, and you also get to meet the people behind it, and they are live in chat with you talking when we come back from the pre-record in this live stream, have a conversation with them and build a real relationship. I think that we can recreate that same energy that I saw on the floor at Social Media Marketing World, where you get to meet the people. And this is Steve lashing back against the world of bots. Instead of me just finding good products and then doing normal old affiliate videos to help promote them, as we do to a certain extent on our YouTube channel. No. Instead, what I want to do here is I want you to meet the people behind it, and for them to meet you, and for it to become an event. Is for you to look forward to, saying, wow, I want Steve to do a product showcase on X, Y, and Z product. And why do you want me to do one on X, Y, and Z product? Well, because maybe you want to use it and you want a good deal, and you know that the communities are going to give you a good deal. That's going to be part of it, but that's not the overriding reason. The overriding reason is you want a connection with that company. You want to see what they're all about. You want to know whether or not you want to hitch your wagon to them and go with that company and build a relationship. Because here's my after having tested as many products as I have, and those of you who follow me on YouTube know that I've been doing it for maybe 8 or 9 years here on YouTube, but for 15 years before that, I had relationships with companies on television here in Canada with high-tech companies. So I've got probably nearly 30 years of relationships with high-tech companies. I kind of have come to realize one thing. You can't choose the right product. Almost in any case, you can't choose the perfect product. The decisions that you make when you buy into a product, when you sign up for a service, it's almost impossible to know that you've done the perfect one. What you can't, so I try to avoid saying this is the best for this. This is the best. Instead, find a good relationship. Find a company that you believe in. Find a company that you like the product mix, that you like the interface. It has to be a good, solid product. But then when you sign up for that product, you make it the right decision by your actions from then on, by how you embrace it, how you build your business systems around how that tool works. We use Asana for our project management here at Dotto Tech. Is it the best project management tool? I have no idea. But for us, it works, and it's a great tool for us. I'll never say it's the best, but we've made it work for us brilliantly. And so I really encourage, I have trust in it, and I know that it works for me. Do I think that Trello is a great product? And do I think other tools are great, and any other task and project tools are great? Yeah, they are. And I know people who've embraced them and they work really well for it. But here's another key. Almost with every tool that's embedded in the Dotto Tech, in my own personal experience, I've got a relationship with that company. I can fire off an email to somebody and ask them a question, and they will respond. I've built those relationships, and that helps immeasurably. Can I transfer that same opportunity to the community? I hope so. So that's the basis of the product showcase. So just stick around for a second. I want to take a look through the chat and see what the questions are and respond to some of your questions. I saw one question about Farley. It was Farley's birthday on September 11th. He turned 10 years old. So happy birthday to Farley. People like to see him in the background. That is terrific. So let me just take a quick look through here. Trevor says he loves Gray Matters. Gray Matters was back. I'm batch producing all of the podcasts now to make it easier for us to handle it as far as our new product mix. So you'll see within a week or two the new season will start, and there'll be 13 episodes. It's a little more formalized what we're going to be covering for content on Gray Matters this year. But I'm looking forward to getting back. See, I'm repping the T-shirt. There we go. Dr. Todd, this is happening in online learning even in higher education. People want to learn from people, but still have the advantages of technologies. It's a great growth puzzle to solve. Agreed. And, our passion for automation and for bots, while there is a place for them and they work, they are creating a distance between real people and us. And I don't know about you, but when I see the little bot pop up in the corner of the screen, it, to me, is not a positive. Sometimes it is, and I know maybe it's my age, but it creates I'm loath to interact with them, and it's, yeah, I'm not sure it works out the best for either me or the companies, but I definitely know that when I do go into an environment where I'm in one of my apps and they have real online help that's available to me as chat, that is such a bonus and such a confidence maker for me, that I know that I can reach out to somebody right away and ask them a question, and within 8 or 10 to, it's not real time, but within a really reasonable short period of time, not going into an email exchange and knowing that I'm going to get a reply within 24 hours, but I'm chatting with somebody and I can see it. That to me just gives me confidence. And really keeps me as a customer, keeps me as a happy customer. Even if I can't solve the problem, at least knowing that I'm working with somebody through the problem, winner, chicken dinner on that. David Hurst, loves seeing the dog in the background. It's great when he's not doing something rude. When he's just sleeping like now, it's awful fantastic. There we go. If Farley isn't recovering, he didn't have too much of it. He got like double treats on his birthday. We didn't make that big a deal. So Dr. Todd Thomas says, it's awesome idea, Steve. You have to make sure, you have to stand by the value and turn that, and the truth that is the product you believe in. That's right. And that means a belief on your audience's part, that you pass it up to, if not. That's right. So it's, and that's the beginning is finding great products. Let me tell you what products we've got planned for the first of these official ones when we start next Thursday. Next Thursday is our first one, and I'm so excited. It's such a cool product. And it's a product that might fly under the horizon until you dive into it. And I think we've done a good job of diving in, and we're going to be showing you Rev. That's R-E-V. Rev is a transcription service. And you might think, oh, geez, Steve, that sounds kind of boring. It's not boring. Trust me, it is not boring. What we can do with transcriptions and how Rev sees their business model going ahead, and when we start diving into the nuances of the different ways that different content creators can use a tool like Rev, it gets really exciting. So Rev is the first one that we're going to be talking to, and that is next Thursday. Rev. The following week is an old friend here at Dotto Tech, Thinkific. They've got a whole bunch of new features coming out, but I got an opportunity to do an interview with the founder of Thinkific, Greg Smith, who is a local. He lives here in Vancouver. And I talked to him a lot about the philosophy behind starting the company. And Thinkific, they've got a great corporate culture. So you get to know a lot more about the people behind Thinkific in 2 weeks. So Thinkific is our second one. The third one, we're crossing the Pacific Ocean, and it's going to be timing-wise, it's going to be a real challenge for the people, especially on the other end. We're showing a product called Bonjoro. Now, a lot of you probably know an email, a video email product called Bonbon. Bonjoro is a competitor to Bonbon. It is a terrific idea. I like the idea behind the instant communication and the personal interaction that happens when you send and take the time to send a video email. Now, Bonjoro is definitely built as a sales funnel tool, as a tool that allows you and your support people or you and your salespeople to form more intimate relationships with their customers far more quickly. And it's got a whole bunch of built-in hooks for tracking the conversations and all of those sorts of things as well. But they've also got an interface that makes it very easy for you to create that video email. And I got to tell you, one of the things that I've done for several years is I send a personalized video message to our patrons at Patreon when they sign up, or I try to do it. Sometimes the odd one I miss, but for the most part, that's something that I try and do each and every time. And the feedback that I get from those people, from just having a quick personal message that they know is personal from you, it's not canned, it's not pre-recorded, it's like, hey Jim, it's so awesome that you're supporting us here, and it's heartfelt on my side. The feedback coming from the community is overwhelming. And so changing up the communication a little bit, there are things that are good for us to get that are automated. A quick reply, an automated reply, those are great for efficiencies. Logging into a brand new account, an automatic email coming back, that's just fine and dandy. Those work just fine. But when you're forming a relationship, when you're buying from somebody, when you're in that phase of really looking deeply into whether or not this company, this relationship, this software is for you, if you get a personalized email from a team member at that company, wow, that'll just open your eyes, and it's a complete game changer. My here at our local gym, the gym that I work out a lot, those that follow me closely know that I have a really close relationship with the local gym. I love working out there, and PJ, who runs the gym, uses this tool to welcome new members that join the gym. And she says overwhelmingly, people just, even though it's a small community and she sees them personally in the gym, getting an email from somebody knowing that they've taken the time to personally record it, even though there's just no way you can fake that. And it's a great opportunity. So the folks at Bonjoro will be joining us, and they will really explain well some of the best use cases where it can be used for customer support, for customer retention. For it's very much a sales funnel play, and we'll be taking a look at Bonjoro. And then October 16th, I'm going to be showing you Mixmax. It's a tool that completely changed my attitude towards how I use Gmail for business. It is a light CRM for Gmail that does a bunch of things, but gives you an awful lot more control over the conversations that you're having. It does some things that we have in other tools or even in Gmail, such as boomeranging your email so it goes out and then comes back in if you're not ready to deal with it, which helps you overcome inbox zero. But helps you overcome, email overload. But it also gives you some great scheduling options that allows you to create appointments very quickly, very effortlessly, and where you're in control. I love tools like Calendly, and there's a good chance we'll be showing those sorts of tools, or Book Like a Boss that we represent here, that we encourage people to use on Dotto Tech, that are these automatic booking systems where you share your calendar with people and they can automatically select a calendar appointment from that. But I don't like the loss of control I get of my personal time by giving other people access to my calendar. Instead, the way that Mixmax does that is allows us to say, hey, let's book a meeting, and then you put a calendar link in, and then you go to your calendar and you select several days or several appointments, and you insert it in the email, and then they just click on that. So you control the environment much more, you have much more granular control over the invite. So that's just one of the features that Mixmax have. So we're going to be showcasing Mixmax on October the 10th. On the October 24th, we're going to be taking a week off because I'm going down to Video Marketing World in Los Angeles. Looking forward to that and speaking there. Then on October 24th, we've got Get Lately on, which is a social media dashboard, but it's different. It's not a conversation manager, but it's a content creation dashboard for automatically creating, especially Twitter, but Twitter and Instagram posts from your existing content. Really creative tool, very much in the content creation world, and for people who are doing heavy social media posting. Get Lately is going to be on the show. And then we've got Webinar Jam, which is the webinar tool that we use to do our weekly webinar Wednesday. So that's our first 6 product showcases coming up. Now, in each case, there'll be a special offer of some sort for the Dotto Tech community. Be forewarned, though, I'm not pushing these companies to offer deep discounts. Because I don't think that if it's the right tool, I don't think we should be buying it because of the price. If it's a fair price and it's the right tool, there are other bonuses that the companies can give that I think are more valuable to our community. So the things that I'm pushing for, although there will be certainly special pricing as we go along, but the real ones that I'm excited about are the bonuses where they do extra onboarding, where they do extra training, extra handholding, concierge service, helping us in following this theme of meeting the people behind them, giving you contact in the company and somebody holding your hand, making sure that you're taken care of. That's what I want for the Dotto Tech community. And so that's going to be kind of what we're going to see in a lot of the bonuses that we're going to be building into these products. Be aware, when you watch a product showcase coming up, there's going to be a call to action. We're going to be doing a sale at the end. It's not going to be just Steve doing his normal educational thing. There's going to be a sell. It's not going to be a heavy, it's not going to be a heavy-handed, hard close. But there will be, each of these companies are coming on in order to ultimately sell products to us. And you should be coming on to discover whether or not it's a product that fits for you. That's going to be the attitude that I'm going to be taking into the product showcases. So here I'm going to throw it out to you now for questions. I'd love to know if there are products and services that you would like to see brought into this format. That's question number one. Is are there tools that you're going to be interested in seeing? Now, as far as the delivery goes, the product showcase will be available in replay after. We'll be leaving it up in live stream, and so we'll be leaving it online, so you'll be able to watch it. You don't have to. You can watch it asynchronously. Of course, you lose out on the chat value, but we're also going to be taking the pre-recorded interview and the demo, and we'll be uploading that as a separate YouTube video because it'll be compressed as a great demo and introduction to the people. So that will also be uploaded onto YouTube into our YouTube channel. Now, if you want to make sure that you don't miss anything, make sure that you're subscribed to our channel and that you're subscribed to Dotto Tech, so that you make sure you don't miss it. And we'll be sending out notice, at least for the first little while. We'll be sending out notice to our email list. Ultimately, we're going to want to segment our list to just people who are interested in the product showcase, so that we're not spamming our community. But for the first probably 10 weeks or so, we will be sending it out as a regular email until we've built critical mass behind the product showcase. I hope it's something that people are looking forward to and clamoring to say, we want your product on, or we want our product on, or Steve, I'd love it if you could showcase the XYZ product. I'm hoping that we reach that point. So let me check my notes here to see what else I should be covering on this, and what I should be talking about. As I say, tell me what products you want to see. I think I've explained it, but I did put a note here to make sure that I'm clear the difference between Webinar Wednesday. Webinar Wednesday is not going away as a result of the product showcase, and Webinar Wednesday is not changing its formula because of the product showcase. Webinar Wednesday is still going to be a webinar that you sign up for on a weekly basis. It'll be included in the newsletter each and every week, where I do some teaching. And very seldom is there going to be any sales aspect other than a call to support us on Patreon within Webinar Wednesday. That will continue as a tutorial on a weekly basis. So even though it'll be very similar in format, Webinar Wednesday you have to register for, you have to sign up for. It's going to be continued to be delivered as a webinar. The product showcase is going to be a live stream. It's going to be, I did mean Vid Summit, not Video Marketing World. Thank you. But the product showcase will be a live stream. We're going to be streaming it here on YouTube. I don't think it's going to be streamed on any other platform. There are issues. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to include it in Facebook. Obviously, a bigger audience is always going to be better, so I'll be keeping my eye open for that opportunity. Currently, we're planning on having it on either Thursday or Friday mornings at this time, at the same time as we have here, but that's not etched in stone. It's not, we will be testing out different times for the product showcase, because frankly, we have no idea what the best time to deliver it is going to be. So we just kind of said, well, people are used to watching us at 10 a.m. Pacific time for Webinar Wednesday, so we'll start with that time for the product showcase, but we're going to play around. We're going to try Saturday and weekend plays. We are going to try afternoon plays here in the Pacific Coast, which would push it into the evening in the East. We're going to play with some different times for the product showcase and see if something takes off, see if there's a better time. I know that there's no best time, but maybe there's a better time. So we'll be playing with that as well. So don't worry if we ended up moving it, but always pay attention to what our promotion is, because it'll tell you exactly what the time it is. Those of you that have to run off, thanks so much for joining us. We still have like 88 people on. So let me know if there's any questions. If not, I'll wrap things up today. Typically speaking, you can expect that the product showcase will last for 45 minutes, maybe an hour in total time. But the main value will happen in the first half hour of each week's product showcase. The formula that I'm planning is I will welcome everybody live onto the call, into the live stream. Will take about 5 or 10 minutes. In over time, I'll learn how long it takes us to get a quorum of people, to get a good mass of people online, because that's one of the things about a live stream as opposed to a webinar, is it's not quite as much destination viewing, where socially sharing it brings people on, so as opposed to a webinar, which is hard pressed in people's calendars with certain start times. So it'll take us a little while to make sure that we have people logged in. Once I've got a reasonable number of people in the room, then we'll run the pre-recorded demo, And that will be anywhere from 12 minutes to could be over 20 minutes of the pre-recorded demo and the interview section that I've got with the principal from the company. And then we go into a chat where we bring the person from the company on and they're answering questions live. And we also encourage the companies to have several of their members of people in chat so you can ask questions, so you can build the relationships in chat. We expect chat to be a big part of the product showcase. All of you that follow me on Webinar Wednesday know that I'm a big proponent of chat for adding extra value to every one of our properties. So what are we saying here? Rene B, keep in mind we're in Europe. Weekends is difficult. Yeah, I understand. And that's what the thing we're going to play with is we're going to try and figure out what works best. And, some people watch these things at work. Some people watch them at home. So it's just going to be kind of a voyage of discovery to find out what works best. It's the challenge of globalization, of having a live stream that can reach the world market. It's going to be a terrible time for some of you. It's not that I like those people less. It's just like at the end of the day, you have to make it what works for the majority. And obviously the biggest audience we have is in North America. So, something that's kind of in daytime for North America is probably going to be the net result as far as the delivery goes. Away You Go Vacation says, thanks, Steve. Love watching your presentations. Love having you on board. Away You Go Vacations. It's great to have you here with us. So that's good. So as Monday DavTech said, in 3 weeks, October 17th, that week there, we'll be in Los Angeles for Vid Summit. Very excited about that. We will be doing video. We will be doing Social Media Marketing World again in March, I think it is this year. So I'll be there as well. So there'll be a couple of interruptions in the product showcase, but by and large, expect it to be weekly. We'll take a little break around Christmas time as well, but it's going to be weekly, and we're planning. I'm tickled. So tell me, do you like the idea? Just before we wrap things up, are you guys can I expect to see you here next week when we show you Rev and you take a look at our first official product showcase that we are doing with the real live guest? I'm very, very pumped about it. To be fair, we did one a couple of weeks ago. We did a test run to make sure that all the technology worked the way we wanted to, and we did that with Focus at Will, and it ended up great. It ended up being a real pleasure, and things worked exactly the way we wanted. So let me know if you're gonna join me. I'll take a quick drink here. How do we sign up? You don't sign up. You just register. There'll be a link sent out which allows you to go to the live stream page and subscribe to it. And then you're notified that it's going to come live. It's not, you don't have to enter your email address or anything like that, because YouTube Live, it's just going to be simply it'll come into your YouTube feed. So love my videos. Thank you so much, Ottoman Company. Big Blue says it sounds good. Paul says the time slot conflicts with social media marketing talk show, and that you might want to choose a different time. Okay, we'll check with that. That's Friday mornings. I actually don't pay too close attention to when other people are doing things, but that's a good tip for me to consider. Rene B, as always, I will be there. Bonus. Franklin, you'll be there. Super. Ron says it works for him in Shenandoah Valley in Virginia. Good. It's good that you guys will all be there. I'm looking forward to it. So that's it. Let's wrap things up. We did just over a half hour. That's pretty good for a solo live stream. It's a lot easier when you have a guest. But it seemed to go pretty smoothly today. We'll see you all next week. Have a great weekend. Thanks for participating here with me today. Till next time, have fun storming a castle.